Hi friends, welcome to Saral Trader. We will do the last week's review. We are currently on the this week. Last week was very eventful for us at Saral Trader also, and generally in the markets there was a very sharp fall. Now, one thing that I want to tell you is that we will start. We had some big winners last week. Number one was BBD. So BBD is a Brazilian large cap. It's a second largest bank in Brazil. We have regularly traded this in Saral Trader, but this one came to my radar after this huge fall. We traded it somewhere here as well, and we made around 10-15%. And then it was coming down, and then there was a huge gap from 3.36 to almost a gap of 2.92, which was almost 15% gap. And then the stock fell. It was on a result news, and then it went up and exactly where it had a sharp rejection and it was in a downtrend. And typically, when you have these large gaps in the charts, it takes additional time and price to adjust them. So, this was the previous low, which was again because of a gap. So this low was taken out, and we thought that it will go around 10% down. It went a little bit more. It went down around 12 to 15% down from this previous support, and then it went into a consolidation and it was a trend. So we entered around 2.22 and we had to wait for almost a month, and then there was a boom kind of a move. So it's above 23% from our entry, but we exited with average 15% gain because we booked some partial profits as well. Now, this is one really good trade we had. Then the other one was we had a trade on Baxter. Now, Baxter, again, it gave good results. It went up significantly from our buying price. It was up 6, 7, 8% in the week. But the option position that we have didn't move much. It's up around 50%, but we were expecting that it will go up around 100%. So that's something that we are still holding. Now another trade was another in the Brazilian index only. So this is the Brazilian index EWZ. Now on EWZ we had we were in the shares trade. So we were buying and we still have that position in the shares. But then based on the recent move, we bought some calls for 30 and for October, and those calls again went down. The market fell in the sharp fall that came in last week, and we were holding on to that position. And then look at the sharp recovery from the Saral pivots. This pivot was taken same day the market went up, and we got a vertical rally in this. Now somebody who bought here around 2650 is already up 10% of this. So this is, if you have a right system to track high beta index ETFs, you get very sharp moves in them. So this one we are holding. We booked around 60-70% profits in our options. We are holding the cash position. Cash position is completely in profit now. We are just waiting for the right level, probably around 30, 29.80, 29.85, where we will start exiting in that position. Now another ETF position, index position that we had was in another stock, ECH. This is a Chile index. So we started somewhere here and then it fell. It went up. We were in profits, but then there was a sharp rejection, and then it this kind of shakeout again came in, and now it was at the key pivot that we had marked. It came to that pivot, but we couldn't, dare to add that day because the sentiment was very negative. And the next buying was to happen at this level, but we missed this opportunity. It sharply rallied. I think from the lows of 24, it's almost up around 9%. It's just sharp moves come. A lot of people tell me that these ETFs have less liquidity. They only trade, 200,000 shares. But it's more than enough. If until unless you are trading a million shares, you don't have to bother about the liquidity. At least at our level, we will be sharing 500-600 shares at max, right? So this was another big thing. Now this position is in profits. We are holding it, and we will see how it goes. Another position, let's look at the S&P 500 chart. So this is the ES chart. Now from on the ES futures, we were looking at this support, where we added some positions. I told you about my hedge position. We went up. Now at this level, we should have taken profits, but we kind of I took half profits out. But then half position I was holding. There was a sharp rejection. Now people will keep giving you reasons. The fundamental analyst and the macro analyst will keep giving you reason. This happened, that happened, and interest rates and whatnot. But typically, if you look at technically, this was the pivot where generally you see sharp supports and sharp rejections. So this rejection came in and then we had a big fall. There were a lot of reasons given for it. We don't know. We are technicals. But then, that position I'm still holding because I had long-term hedges, September 20 hedges. I have not rolled over my hedges right now. This position is, with the profits that I booked here, it's still in break even. I'm holding this. Now, in S&P 500 with this candle, bulls are firmly in control now, and there can be, more reversion towards this level 5220, 5250. But as long as we are trading above this level, you should only look for long opportunities, in my opinion. So this is one, once when the big fall happened in the this place, I added some longs on shorter time frame, on a 1 hour time frame when this candle was formed. I took a position in cash. I didn't give it to subscriber, and then 437, and then around 449 we easily got our 2.5-3% kind of gains. Somewhere here I added the position. So with ETFs, you need to ensure that your entry is right, and you get very sharp moves, on that. Now, another ETF that is currently in our position, some of the trades was MSOS. This is the cannabis ETF. We have a position in it. Now, on Thursday, sorry, on Wednesday we added more position. We were down 10%, so we added this MSOS on that day at 660, and then next day we got a 10% move in this. Now this entire position came in break even. We sold half. So now our position is at break even. Now if we get a move up, we will exit this position, and otherwise we will hold it. In the ETF system, we generally don't book losses until unless something strategy gives the outlier event. We don't book losses in those trades. Now what I have to discuss is ECH, PayPal, Nike. So Nike again is in a deep downtrend. It has been giving sharp rallies, one, two, and then it has been in a downtrend now. But this candle looks like it's again reviving. It might be still be in a distribution, we don't know, but we will review if we want to add a position here. Um, then there is EVP. This is the Belgian index. Now EVP, as I told you, we had a signal and it was finding a lot of resistance at this level. This is the level where a lot of longs were kind of destroyed. So taking this resistance, it broke down, and after breaking down it came down to the pivot, and then from here it's again kind of recovered. Our position is in loss. We are red right now in this position, but we will see. We are at the key level. We will hold on to this position. We will see how it goes. Another trade that we took last week was on CLOU. So this came down very heavily, and we booked the profits. We actually added to the position. Now that entire position that we have, we had already had a position on this, and we added more in this fall somewhere here or here maybe, and this position now is in not in profits, but it's a minor loss. We expect it to do another reversion towards 1950 to 220 kind of area, and that's where we will start exiting the position because we will be in big profits then. Let us see what did the crude oil did. So in crude oil, this is my setup, Saral setup. Now on this setup, we were trading down, and we got this signal here. Now, I gave it this trade to all my clients, in the free group, and this signal is going so strong. It's from around 73.50 and it has already done almost 5%. With hedges, I was trading, so I got only 2.5%, but it's fine. So, whenever you are trading futures, you need to ensure that you are trading those with very strong hedges. Protection is important because futures are leverage products. Now, if you are trading with leverage, there is always the risk of downside. And typically, what happens is that you will see sharp falls in these commodities like crude oil and even indexes, especially because of the futures market. Because typically bulls and bears will know that other parties are leveraged, the counterparty is leveraged, so they try to shake you out. And see, this was a sharp fall that came, from here. There was a sharp rejection, again coming down, and then look at the recovery. By now, from 72.5 to 77.5, it has already recovered $5, which is around 7-8%. Now, these kind of moves will happen because these are heavily traded futures in the futures market, which is a leverage market. Now, in the leverage market, you will, if you have the right strategy, the more important thing is not having the right strategy, but having the right risk management system. Now, suppose I was long here, two lots, which is say 2,000 barrels, right? So one tick is $10. Now, this fall started, and suppose I have a 100K account, right? So, just a giving example, I don't have that such a big account. $77 was the price, and it settled at 72. You are down 10%, right, on your portfolio because this was the show. But if you are hedged here, especially with our system, you would probably be looking at a fraction of that loss, maybe around 2K or something. You can stay calm, you get more time to think, and when the next signal came, you can roll over your hedges because your this hedge will be in profits here. So you can roll over your hedges and carry on, get out either in profits or with some minor losses. So this is how we do it. So let's see, one more stock which is on my radar now is HDB, HDFC Bank. It's the largest bank from India. It trades in the US in huge volumes. Now, there was a big move. We traded this successfully, got out in decent profits. Now it has come down, and for last 1 month or so, it is kind of consolidating in a very narrow range. Now, is it distribution or accumulation? We don't know, but looks like accumulation to me. I'm just waiting for the confirmation. As soon as the confirmation comes, we will add to this position. So any other stocks? Look at PayPal. PayPal, we have an open position in PayPal, and it's been 1 year that the stock has done nothing. It has trapped bears, it has trapped bulls, nothing at all. So let's see what happens. We already have a long position, we are still holding it, and we will continue to hold it, and we'll see. Let's see what is happening with NVIDIA. So NVIDIA, again, see, this was the sell signal we got, and after this sell signal, the stock has been consolidating. I think bulls have again taken control temporarily on this candle, and we might see a move towards 120, 115, and then possibly higher. But the stop losses will be somewhere here. I would say Nvidia is also a volatile stock traded with hedges only. If we don't trade anything without hedges, if you want to trade 100 or more, it's better that you hedge yourself. Thank you guys. Any feedback, any stocks you want me to capture or cover, let me know. You can join us on Twitter and also follow me on Twitter, and we are also available on Telegram. All the links are in description. Thank you.